The phone rang at 2:17 a.m. "Ma'am, your son has been arrested." For a moment, 58-year-old Linda felt the world stop. Her hands trembled as she gripped the edge of the kitchen counter. This wasn't the first late-night call about her son, Marcus. Over the years, she had paid his debts, defended his mistakes, and forgiven lies that would have broken most mothers. But he was still her son. And a mother's heart often sees hope where everyone else sees danger. By sunrise, Linda had emptied nearly all of her savings to hire a lawyer and secure Marcus's release. Friends begged her not to do it. "Linda, he's had chance after chance. He needs consequences. You're only helping him hurt himself." Yet every warning bounced off a mother's love. "My son isn't evil," she whispered. "He's just lost." 3 days later, Marcus walked free. At first, he seemed different. He hugged his mother tightly and promised everything would change. "No more trouble, Mom. I swear." For the first time in years, Linda allowed herself to believe him. She cooked his favorite meals. She helped him look for work. She even offered him a room in her house until he could get back on his feet. But behind Marcus's smile, a storm was growing. He blamed everyone for his failures. The police. His ex-girlfriend. His stepfather. Even his own mother. In his mind, they had all betrayed him. Weeks passed. One evening, Marcus visited the small apartment where his former girlfriend, Jasmine, lived with their infant daughter. Jasmine had spent years hoping he would become the father their child deserved. Instead, she found herself constantly afraid. That night, an argument erupted. Neighbors later said they heard shouting. Then silence. A terrifying silence. When police arrived, Jasmine and the baby were gone. Marcus had taken them away. The city launched an urgent search. Meanwhile, Linda's anxiety grew. She called her son repeatedly. No answer. She drove through neighborhoods searching for him. No sign. Then came a knock at her front door. 2 detectives stood outside. The expression on their faces told her everything before they spoke. Something terrible had happened. Hours later, authorities located Marcus. The discovery shocked everyone. In a fit of rage and paranoia, he had committed unthinkable acts that shattered multiple lives. His former girlfriend was gone. His own child was gone. And the violence didn't stop there. Marcus then drove to the home of his stepfather, Robert. For years, Robert had tried to guide him. Sometimes firmly. Sometimes patiently. But Marcus viewed every attempt at discipline as an attack. Another confrontation followed. Another tragedy. When the news finally reached Linda, she collapsed onto the floor. The son she had spent her life protecting had become the very danger everyone warned her about. Yet even then, her first words weren't about herself. They were about the innocent lives lost. "What about the baby?" she asked through tears. No one could answer. Days later, investigators pieced together the horrifying timeline. The man Linda had rescued from jail only weeks earlier had destroyed an entire family. The guilt consumed her. Friends reminded her she wasn't responsible for her son's choices. But grief doesn't listen to logic. Every night she replayed the moment she paid for his release. What if she hadn't? What if she had listened? What if one different decision could have saved lives? The questions haunted her. Months later, Linda sat alone on her porch. The house felt impossibly quiet. No ringing phone. No unexpected visits. No hope left to cling to. Only memories. A neighbor eventually joined her. For a long time, neither spoke. Then the neighbor asked softly, "If you could go back, would you still help him?" Tears filled Linda's eyes. She stared at the fading sunset before answering. "I would still love him." Her voice cracked. But love should never mean ignoring the truth. The neighbor squeezed her hand. And for the first time in months, Linda allowed herself to cry without holding back. Because sometimes the hardest lesson a parent learns is that love alone cannot save someone who refuses to save themselves. And sometimes the people who try hardest to rescue others end up carrying the deepest wounds. Moral: love is powerful, but true love must be paired with accountability. Protecting someone from every consequence can sometimes allow their destructive choices to grow, hurting the very people who care about them most.